today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Goff on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Now it's Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 14 carries, 59 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Here's Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 91 yards.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. A big... play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st down, Taylor. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give to Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. So
quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Carson. Richie Grant in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. He can't get him down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Odighizuwa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run it with Carson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationships of yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before break here. Goff. So we've come upon halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They go play action with Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. On
3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Tony. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 6. Now a give to Taylor. Pushes him aside at the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 146 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet?
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw, Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This is Carson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Osa Odighizuwa able to record his 5th sack of the season. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for them.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this one. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Gone. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Here's Goff. They'll run the screen with Carson. The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd and 14. Now gone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now a first down throw. Gone. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in here by Patrick. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Adafe Owe in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. He's going to go up top for the end zone. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On fourth down, gone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
On second down, it's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Here's Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Goff on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again is gone. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.